Hello and welcome back to Power to the People with me, Graeme Pryce. Last week, we saw the disgusting spectacle of America's paedophile-protecting president dragging the US further into the depths of ludicrous shame as he decided to use his Thanksgiving Day to call Governor Tim Walz retarded and attack Somalian refugees for some reason. He also called a reporter a stupid person for asking absolutely pertinent questions, challenging his lies about the shooting in Washington, D.C. And we haven't forgotten Quiet Piggy yet, have we? It's no wonder when their winning man is such a cruel, crass and deplorable individual that Americans now feel truly free to express their witless wonder and ask the internet any question, no matter how stupid, offensive or ignorant. For many years I defended our cousins across the pond from accusations of stupidity and feckless dimwittery. Even now, I have to say, not all Americans, they're not all stupid. But if this year has proven anything, it's that there are enough stupid people in America to set up the world's first fascist idiocracy. You're going to think some of these are fake, or trolls, or maybe even think I've made them up. I haven't. These are real people who made these statements on the internet and expected to be taken seriously. Buckle up, it's gonna get stupid. 'Tis Power to the People with Graeme Pryce, where sometimes he's naughty or nice. If you like the vibe, hit like and subscribe. But don't hit the like button twice. Thank you. There's no way I can sugarcoat this. Things are about to get so dumb that it burns. And I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to hold my temper. There's no particular order to these. This kind of idiocy is difficult to classify. So let's just get straight into it. Why was the Nobel Peace Prize given to a nobody instead of President Trump, who works very hard for peace? And was the committee infiltrated by Democrats? That's not how you spell Nobel, you bellend. It wasn't given to a nobody, and Trump has worked about as hard for peace as I have for Keir Starmer's mother's donkey sanctuary, which is not at all. And no, the committee wasn't infiltrated by Democrats. At least he didn't say radical leftists, though, I suppose. Check out this inbred hillbilly dimwit. I just visited the UK. Why do they all speak American? Shouldn't they have their own language? That's real. This guy continued to try and argue at this point. This is a supreme arrogance that Trump has given to American people. He doubled down on this and said American is a different and newer version of English and that we should have moved on and developed our own new language by now. That guy votes. Gets worse. Joe Biden is the reason why everyone points and laughs at America. Why can't liberals see that? What world do these people live in? They watch the news. They watch Fox News, don't they? Their version of GBBs. And they see Donald Trump all of the time. The fat orange shit gibbon thrusts his face into every aspect of public discourse about every single matter, every single day. And yet they think the world is laughing at them because of Joe Biden. What? We're heading into more controversial territory now, but no less dim-witted. Is it true that doctors cut genitals off kids for them to become transgender without their parents' consent? No, of course it isn't. How can you possibly think something so stupid is a valid question? This puerile pond life fuckwit thinks kids are going to school in the morning and being just whisked away to have hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of transgender surgery against their will, without their parents being informed and being brought home a different sex at the end of the day. In a country where a school nurse won't give them a sticking plaster without calling home for fear of being sued into oblivion, this idiot must realise that they don't know a single person that this has happened to, because it hasn't happened. They must know that they've never met a single person this has happened to, because it's never happened. But they've seen Donald Trump say it, so they believe it. Ignore the evidence of your eyes and your ears springs to mind. Let's move on. You'll love this one. I'm an anti-vaxxer and proud to be one. Yes, I do think vaccines cause autism and are toxic and dangerous. What is your opinion on this? My opinion is that you're a fucking idiot. And the fact that you're allowed to vote is the reason your once great country is now the laughing stock of the whole world. Good Lord. Check out this balloon. How should the British population be punished for refusing to serve J.D. Vance at a bar? Should the punishment be for the nation as a whole, or just the rogue bar staff? Here's my response to this. The sofa-shagging, shillbilly, mascara-clad Trump fluffer can fuck right off. That's my opinion on that. And that's what most people here think of J.D. Vance. Apparently Americans now seem to think that populations of whole countries that have offended their stinky messiah deserve to be punished. I'll leave that thought with you, and we'll finish with what I think could be the end result of sheer idiocy, continually subtly directed towards hatred of poor people and acceptance of continual misinformation over a long period of time. Give it a few more months and we'll be seeing Reform voters saying similar things to this, and Kemi Badenoch asking these kind of questions on a Sunday morning with Laura Kuntzberg. This was a woman as well. Why are lobsters allowed to be bought with food stamps? America does have a welfare system, but it's quite harsh. It's a bureaucratic nightmare. And claiming benefits of any kind in America is really quite stigmatised. Yet this Trump-loving red, white and blue bellend thinks that the single lady with 2 kids who lives in a trailer park at the end of the road is buying lobster and eating lobster with her taxpayer dollars. Maybe it was always there. Maybe it was destined to seep up and bring forth a cock end like Trump. I don't know. But Americans have gone insane, and somebody needs to get over there and tell them to give their heads a wobble. I'm not volunteering though. Fuck that. Thank you for watching if you've gotten this far. It's hard to follow that tirade of twattery and smorgasbord of sheer stupidity, isn't it? I thought we'd just have a little laugh today at the bellends across the big pond, because they certainly deserve it, don't they? There is a more serious element to it though. A lot of what these people believe is deeply toxic, utterly make-believe, and completely falsified. Let's remember that this is a country where people believe that Hillary Clinton was running a sex slave ring from the basement of a pizza shop that didn't have a basement. That forest fires were being caused by Jewish space lasers, and Haitian migrants are eating Labradors and poodles for the tea. And cats. There's not much meat on them, and they taste of spite and indifference, apparently. Anyway, if you've had a chuckle with me, you can support the channel through PayPal, Patreon, or just buy me a coffee. The links are in the description box below, trying to pretend America isn't real. And the join button for memberships is, as always, below. Now, that isn't all I have to say, but it is as much of what I've got to say as I'm going to say today. Ta-da-la. Are lobsters being allowed to be... Can't do it, and it's too stupid. It's too stupid.